speaker is going to be Sam Kammermeier. Sam is actually representing the club in the district contest, and that's going to be coming up in May, first part of May. Today, Sam is giving us a speech from the Motivational Strategies Pathway, and will be sharing his passion for conversation through a unique lens, politics. Please help me to welcome Sam Kammermeier. His speech today is going to be, Let's Talk Politics.
If I said the name Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, how many of you would be really worried about the speech I'm about to give? And that's about the response I expected. Because at a very young age, we're told, don't talk about politics. Don't talk about it at school. Don't talk about it at work. Definitely don't talk about it at family events. And I thought about this. Why is politics such a hot button item for us? Politics has a way of merging with our personal identity. My name's Sam, I'm from Minnesota, I play hockey, I'm a Vikings fan, and I'm a diehard Democrat or Republican. This makes it really difficult to have a conversation with someone, because a challenge on your political beliefs can feel like an attack on your personal beliefs. So what happens is we retreat to our echo chambers, which is basically just a place where everyone else reinforces your worldview. The internet has only exacerbated this problem. There's now 1,000 different places you can go, whether that's podcasts, websites, blogs, and other forms of media. It's created a larger divide in our country. My goal today is to change the way that you think and the way that we talk about politics. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend's mom the other day, and I was telling her what I wanted to give my speech about. And I think she summarized exactly the problem that people have with politics. And she says, you know what my big issue with politics is that I'm a reasonable and rational person, but I just get so angry because the solution seems so obvious. And I thought, I think everyone feels that way. Everyone thinks the solutions are obvious. Why is that? Well, look around this room. Every single person has different parents, was raised a different way. Maybe you had a different religion, a different school. Maybe you went to college, maybe you didn't. Maybe you joined the military. All of these different things change the way that you view the world and the lens in which you see it, and thus your political views. So if you've ever been in a conversation and you're like, why aren't they getting my point? Why don't they get it? Well, it's because every single thing up until that point has reinforced their worldview, because they think they're rational, they think they're being reasonable, and the solutions are obvious to them. I think that's an important point to understand as we have a conversation, is that everybody has their own unique worldview. This worldview doesn't come without a bias, though. I was reading an article from an organization called 538, which is basically a website that aggregates statistical data for politics. And they looked at one simple question. Is it important to you if the president has had an affair? And they looked at this for the Trump presidency and for the Clinton presidency. And for the Trump presidency, they found that about 70% of Democrats and 20% of Republicans thought that this was an important issue. Now we step back 20 years earlier with the Clinton presidency. Same question. About 70% of Republicans and 20% of Democrats thought that this was an important issue. The same exact question, mind you. The only thing that's different is whether that's your guy in the chair or the other guy in the chair. Now, politics oftentimes gets compared to sports. And I already said I'm a diehard Vikings fan. But it's important for me to understand that I have a bias. And it's important, if we're going to have a conversation, to understand our bias. I may not have to agree with everything the Vikings stand for, but I can still cheer for them and hope they win the Super Bowl. I have to be willing to admit that maybe the refs made the right call against them, or maybe they made a bad trade. And I know that despite the fact that politics can feel like a sport, I'm actually really encouraged. Because every Monday morning, I get to come to Toastmasters, which is a perfect microcosm of the United States. All different demographics, all different worldviews, but we all share a common goal, which is to develop our public speaking skills. Now, the way we do that, the how we develop our public speaking skills is different. That's why Toastmasters has all these different pathways that we can choose from. Now, if you haven't caught it yet, I've just compared pathways to the current American political landscape. What a combination. We all want what's best for the United States. The only thing that we disagree with is the semantics of how to do it. And I want you to remember that the next time that you're at school, or the next time that you're at work, or the next time that you're at a family event, and you decide to talk politics.